Hi, my name is Sean and today I'm going to go through how I built this little small raised bed using 6x2s and 4x2s, and then how to fill it just using the stuff you have in your own home and a small bit of peat on the top. Okay, so now that we have the basic frame made, if you want to prolong the life of the bed, the best thing to do is to line it. Now, you can line it with plastic from whatever you want, like this is an old compost bag, and all we want to do, because we can trim off the excess later on, you just want to make sure it's longer than the sides. So what we're going to do is we're just going to staple it on. That's it, just work right out to the edges. You won't see any of this when we're finished. So what it's up here, it doesn't actually matter what it actually looks like, so it'll be fine. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going underneath and leaving it like that. So basically water is not going to be in contact with the timber, because the main reason that timber rots is because it's in contact with water. Even hardwood would rot over time. So if you can keep water away, your timber is going to last a lot longer. Okay, so this is what it should look like once you have the plastic stapled top and on the bottom. Don't wrap around the bottom. The bottom should be the very same as the top, or you can just finish into the sides and leave a little small bit going this way if you want. That's it. Okay, so now we're ready for the top rail. And the idea of the top rail is, if there's any bend on the sides, now with this type of material it shouldn't really bend, but if you were using something like a 1-inch material, these were put on so they can carry, when we go to fix it, they're going to carry this top piece. So when we put this on and it's nice and straight and we screw it, we can push the side in or out and take any bend out of it. Also, when the material and the compost and stuff goes on the inside, when it tries to push against the side, the rail, top rail, is going to hold it. Now, you can finish it off with straight cuts. You don't have to use mitered corners. You can just finish it off like this and screw it in, and that's fine, and it looks really good as well. I'm choosing to use mitered corners. So over here I have what it looks like. That's a mitered corner, so it's going to be the same on all four. if you are going to use a miter joint, a little tip for making them look a little bit better is when you have them in it, you can soften it. You don't need to use sandpaper, just take a hammer and the hammer closes it right up and it's softened up and fully sealed without any sandpaper or anything. Now that we have the bed where we want it, it's time to fill it. So just position it, doesn't matter, you don't need to remove the grass from the bottom of it because it's nearly a foot deep. So what we're going to do, I don't want to spend a lot of money on peat, just filling it all up with peat. That's probably never going to be used. It'll be the top 6 inches maybe that's going to be used. So what we're going to do is, here I have some of my prunings from this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our secateurs, cut them off. I want them to lie kind of flat, I don't want them sticking up, because if I go to dig into it or plant into it, they'll only be getting caught on me. So what I'll do is we're going to lie them down in the base layer, because I'm expecting to get a long time out of this bed. There's a bed over here that has been made. It's probably about 12, maybe 15 years old, and all it is scaffold planks just nailed together. It isn't lined, it isn't treated, and it's still holding up. Now I don't expect it to last much longer, but because of the effort this bed, I'm expecting to get at least 5 years, at least 5 to 10 years, completely problem free with this bed. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of these branches, these are all from my compost heap, just clip them off, try and get them to lie flat in the bottom. We're just going to build it all up with this. We're going to have this as a bottom layer, and we're going to allow it to rot and become compost over time. Then when we've that done, put a layer of branches on it. And then what I'm going to do is I have again my herbaceous cuttings. These are from the dahlias. So I'm just going to lie all of these on the top again. And we're going to build up layer after layer. So we'll do them. And then finally, what I'll top that all off is some of this mulch that I have here. And it's hedge clippings, old pot. It's just every kind of thing. The grass, there's moss, it's basically just a compost heap. And we're going to use that to fill up the bulk of the bottom half of the bed. And then finally, I'm going to top it all off with a couple of bags of peat. Okay, so now we have all of our organic material in the bottom, all our leaf mulch, branches and stuff like that. Just level it roughly and then just walk it all down. Don't have to worry about compaction too much because there's a lot of air spaces and stuff already built into it. The way the structure is with the branches, the leaves and stuff like that, everything hasn't fully decomposed yet, so don't worry about compaction. We're just going to compact it a small bit, we'll say, because we don't want to put all the peat in on the top of this, wet it, and for it all just to sink really far down. Okay? Next step, wet it as much as possible, make sure it's nice and saturated, because this is a good chance to make sure the water gets right down to all that material that we want to decompose over the next few years. So we just keep wetting it because we don't want to be saturating the peat and the plants when we put them onto it, just to try and get the water down this far. This is the best opportunity we're going to get to do it. So I'm going to spend about 5 minutes making sure that this is fully saturated, and I'll be happy then, and I'll move on to topping it up with peat. spread it out a bit and see if we'll need another bag. Looks pretty okay. Maybe I might add one bag to it, but that's not bad. That's pretty much what we're going for. Again, you can top this up with chicken pellets and some slow release fertilizers. You can mix it in with it. This is just a general compost. I plan to add a liquid fertilizer to it, so it's pretty good for what we need for growing a few veggies in it. That's pretty much it. We can wet it all up and help wash the frame as well. Let's just tidy it away. Now we don't want the medium to come up to our timber, because that's why we have the plastic in there, is to protect it. So at the very highest, you'd want to be at least about 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch from the top at your maximum. Don't be too concerned about how level it is. It's not like water finds its own level. If it's a little bit higher on that side and it's a bit this side, the water's not going to run all the way across. It's going to soak down. I see a lot of people spending a lot of time trying to get the bed super level. Now that's fine. If that's what you're into, that's fine. If you're putting it on a patio or somewhere that's going to be seen by everybody, that's fine. It's fine, but it isn't essential. This is pretty level. It's sitting on the ground. It's pretty good. It's a little bit higher on that side, but I'm okay with that because water finds its own level. If I plant here and there's one over there, I don't have to worry about all the water running over to this side. The water should soak down into this perfectly. Okay? Now that we have our peat and stuff into the bed, what I want to show you is how just simple ideas. I have a bit of scrap left over from making the main frame and from making the capping on it. And these are simple ideas. If you wanted to add another tier to it, you can. It's just very same width and you can slide it, put it wherever you want. Just say if you wanted salad veggies here or beetroot or something like that, and then you wanted this. And again, there's no end to what way you want to go with it. You can go as high as you want. You can plant flowers in this part if you want. You can bring it to one end, or you can just not put it in it at all. Like this will work. This will work fine as a small little planter somewhere. Or you can decide to use a grow bag in this one. To find the foliage, you'll come up and you'll see it. You can use it in the bed. You can use it out of the bed. It's all down to how much imagination and what you have on hand just to do it. But just try something, because it's very simple. This was scrap. It probably would have been burnt or just gotten rid of, or maybe used somewhere else, but I just thought it'd be a good chance to show you what you can actually get just by using a little bit of imagination. And you don't have to worry about here. You don't have to fill this up. If you did want to put this on the bed and leave it here, just put the peat in, let the peat fill out the here, because it'll stop. Just firm it here and it'll be fine. Or like I just showed you, you can put the grow bag there, or you can isolate somewhere else. You can put that there. You say, I want to isolate, I want to put in mint or something like that, and fill that up a little bit higher. Organize it whatever way you want. You can put chives, something right in the center, and you want it slightly higher than the rest so you can see the nice flowers on it. That's pretty much it.